Everyone has a source of strength inside them, waiting to be discovered. Sometimes, it's in the quietest moments or the most unexpected challenges that this inner power reveals itself. Picture a small, sun-kissed village, nestled amid fields of golden wheat, where laughter echoes and boys chase dreams under open skies. In this village, there was a young boy named Arjun, known for his spirited energy and boundless curiosity. On a bright morning, as the village prepared for the coming harvest, Arjun and his friends gathered to play near the edge of sprawling farmland. Scattered trees offered pockets of shade, and beyond them, wildflowers swayed in the gentle breeze. Their game was one of daring and laughter, their boundaries blurred by their imaginations. Among the old willow trees stood a forgotten well, its stones weathered and its cover half broken, a relic few paid attention to anymore. Caught up in the thrill of a chase, Arjun darted between friends, feet flying, heart pounding with excitement. He edged closer to the well, his focus entirely on the game. In a moment of miscalculation, his foot caught on the broken stones, and with a startled gasp, he plunged into darkness below. At first, there was only fear. The world above dissolved into a sliver of light, far out of reach. The chilling water below sent a shock through his limbs, and the earthen walls pressed close around him. For a heartbeat, Arjun was overwhelmed, gripped by panic. The muffled sounds of his friends' voices grew distant, almost swallowed by the shadows. In this moment, alone, cold, and far from the warmth of the sun, Arjun discovered something remarkable stirring within him, a determination that had always lived inside, silent and waiting. He remembered his grandfather's stories of resilience, tales of ancestors who'd faced storms, famine, and wild animals, their courage rising not because they were unafraid, but because they refused to give up. Arjun knew the well was deep. The slick stones offered little grip, water swirling around his ankles, but he refused to let despair win. Taking a deep breath, he assessed his surroundings. He found that beneath the water, a few stones jutted out, a possible foothold. The walls were slippery, but here and there roots protruded, offering some hope. He pushed aside his rising fear and told himself, "I can do this." He placed one foot on a jutting stone and grasped a root with both hands. The effort pulled at his arms, his muscles straining, but something inside Arjun ignited, a spark that grew with each move. Bit by bit, he inched upward, never allowing his mind to be clouded by the thought of stopping. Up above, his friends had sounded the alarm. Villagers rushed over, their worried faces peering into the darkness. But from deep in the well, Arjun could barely hear them. His focus was on the next grip, the next stone, the next challenge. His hands became raw. His legs trembled with fatigue. Yet every inch forward felt like a victory, proof that courage doesn't mean the absence of fear, but rather the willingness to move forward in spite of it. Each time he slid back or struggled to find his footing, he paused, took a breath, and tried again. He tapped into reserves of willpower he never knew he possessed. As light grew stronger above him, encouragement reached his ears. The villagers lowered a rope, their voices guiding and urging him on. Arjun summoned the last of his strength, wrapped the rope around his body, and held on tight as strong arms pulled him up, out of the darkness and into the safety of daylight. There, surrounded by loved ones, Arjun realized he had discovered more than escape from a well. He had found within himself a power that went beyond physical strength, a quiet, unyielding flame that could withstand even the darkest moments. His journey left an imprint on everyone who heard his story. In the days that followed, Arjun became a quiet example to others, not just for his bravery, but for his willingness to believe in himself and keep going when everything seemed impossible. This is what it means to discover your inner power, to face uncertainty and fear, and to realize that beneath them lies a reservoir of courage and spirit. Sometimes, the world gives us challenges we never expected, and it is in those challenges that our true strength emerges. The well that once seemed an end became Arjun's beginning, the place where he learned to trust his resolve, the quiet voice inside that urges us never to give up. Across the village, whenever someone faced their own difficulties, they recalled how a young boy climbed out of darkness, powered by the belief that he could. It is a lesson for all. No matter how deep the well or how overwhelming the challenge, each of us has an inner strength waiting to rise. All we need is the courage to listen and the determination to try. Let Arjun's story remind us that our greatest power is seldom born of ease, but rather discovered and forged in the heart of adversity, illuminated by hope, and strengthened by each step, no matter how small, toward the light above.